Hi everyone, this is attorney Lillian and I am here today with your Tuesday tip. Hi everyone. So today we are going to be talking all about the 5 type of questions you can expect at your marriage-based green card interview. You know, I always talk about how you can make your application so strong that you don't need an interview. However, if the officer decides to schedule you for an interview, this is your opportunity to give the officer all the reasons to approve your case. I'm just going to go through the 5 types of questions, and then we're going to break each one down for the type of questions within those that you may get. All right. So the first one is courtship and marriage, employment, day-to-day life, home, and family. Okay. Those are the 5: courtship and marriage, employment, day-to-day life, home, and family. Those are the 5 questions. Now, finally is family, right? The final set of questions is about family. Your family, your spouse's family. Have you met each other's families? If you have stepchildren, what are their names? How old are they? Where do they go to school? All of those things. Parents' names, siblings, at a minimum, at least know how many siblings your spouse has. If not, know all their names. You don't have to have met all the family, but if you communicate with the family over the phone, be sure to mention that. So in some cultures, you have to do a whole, family introduction. If that was done, you can say that was done, but you've never actually met them in person. That is also okay, right? There's no requirement that you've met each other's parents in person, especially if your spouse's parents are not living in the U.S., right? If they don't live in the U.S., there's no expectation that you traveled to go see them before you came back and married your spouse or while you're married to your spouse. That is not a requirement. However, knowing their names is a requirement, okay? Knowing where they live. If they speak a different language than you, like if they don't speak English and you don't speak their language, that's okay too, right? You can just say, I talk to them when my spouse is around and she translates for me. It's okay to talk through a translator. You're not required to learn the language just to speak to your in-laws. Keep that in mind. But again, you should know their names and where they live. If they do anything, like if they work, right? You know that they work, please know where they work or at least what they do. So especially if your spouse talks about what their parents do, or it's like a prominent position or something like that, they may ask that. So be prepared for that question, basically, is my recommendation. Be prepared to answer questions about your family, knowing fully well that they're going to ask your spouse the same questions. And be prepared to answer questions about your spouse's families, because if you're called in separately, you do not know whose family they're going to ask about. So just know they may ask you about your spouse's family, or they may ask you about your own family, so that when your spouse comes into the room, they now ask your spouse about your family. So be prepared either way. Okay, so that is your tip for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and share it. If you know someone who needs to hear this, go ahead and share the video with them. If you like what I'm talking about, like the video. And if you're watching in a place that you can subscribe and you do not want to miss any of my uploads, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I am Lillian Chukura. I am the lawyer and owner of Lillylegal, where we help our clients get status for themselves and for their family using the U.S. immigration law system. Thank you. Bye.